Let's talk about the top 10 diet mistakes, shall we? What is up, you guys? Gert here. Welcome to the video. Or, if you're listening to the podcast, welcome to the podcast. Today, I have a really interesting topic for you. These are the top mistakes you should avoid if you want to lose weight. These are the top 10 mistakes I gathered from coaching clients, and also some of them I used to use them myself before I spent hours researching and also trying things out myself. Before I continue, I would like to remind you I am not a medical doctor. I am by no means a nutrition expert. These are things that I learned from my personal experience and also from my clients' experience. So without further ado, let's begin. Diet mistake number 1. Don't drink your calories. Nowadays, the world is unfortunately spammed with these healthy juices. Drink this and you will feel better. Drink this and you will lose the weight. Yeah, sure, yada yada. You drink it, you're hungry, you still consume the same amount of calories, just like you would have eaten food. Food makes you feel full for longer. Avoid sodas, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. It's just a couple of names. I'm not doing any advertisements, just the most popular names that you will find in your local supermarkets. These are full of sugar, and with that amount of calories, you would eat a healthy, balanced meal and it will keep you full for longer. Personally, I prefer to drink the sugar-free drinks. Now, all the anti-sweetener gang, they're gonna come up and say, but sweeteners will give you cancer. Yeah, of course. The sun is more likely to give you cancer than the artificial sweeteners. But studies show that aspartame, if you had to consume the amount of aspartame used in a study, which shows that aspartame causes cancer, the amount of aspartame was ridiculous and it is beyond human consumption. So keep that in mind. It's better to not drink your calories. If you want soda, if you want soft drink, opt for something with no sugar. Aspartame is not going to kill you and the sweeteners are not going to give you cancer. Avoid drinking the fruit juices. Now, there's a big difference between the fruit juice that you can actually squeeze yourself and the juice that you find freshly made, readily squeezed juice. It's full of sugar. It's full of bad sugar. So avoid it. I'm not saying avoid fruits. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying eat or drink fresh fruits. So to sum it up, try to eat your calories instead of drinking them. You have more control on what you're eating rather than drinking. So that is mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, overeating healthy foods. Just because a food is healthy, it doesn't mean that you can eat as much as you can. This is like saying avocado is healthy, salmon is healthy, so you just stuff your face with an excessive amount of healthy foods. Calories in, calories out. Just like I said in my last video, 2000 calories, whether they are coming from salmon or whether they are coming from burgers, they are still 2000 calories. Now, there's a difference. There's a big difference when it comes to the nutrition profile. However, 2000 calories is 2000 calories. So don't overeat healthy foods just because they are healthy. And another tip, the word healthy, it's a big marketing strategy too. So unfortunately, nowadays, producers are just putting healthy on every single food label. You just take a food label, you write healthy, and all of a sudden, it becomes miraculous for some reason whatsoever. However, it's not always the case. Another example, this is something that one of my clients did. Peanut butter. Who doesn't love peanut butter? Classic. And once you start eating, you just keep on going, and literally there is no tomorrow. Until you finish the jar, you won't stop. But it's healthy, right? Of course. If you eat a whole jar of peanut butter, you've consumed tons of calories and it's not healthy calories, so they're going to vanish into thin air. No way. Peanut butter is a clear example of a product that is marketed as being healthy. So people are like, this is so good. So they just smash and eat without saying how many calories you're actually eating. Between the first bite and the last one, it only takes you 2 seconds and boom, the jar disappears. So I love peanut butter as well. So what can you do in order to still eat peanut butter but have a healthier version of peanut butter? I buy powdered peanut butter. Now, the reason is that every 100 grams, it has 12.5 grams of fat, 41 grams of protein, and 41 grams of carbohydrates. So what do companies do when it comes to peanut butter? They extract the fat. So this is a really good option. Now, the peanut butter I buy, the powdered peanut butter I buy, is from Jim Beam. It's a company, they have an online store, I can link it down below. I'm not sponsored by them. I love this product. Actually, I buy a lot of Jim Beam stuff. And this tends to be one of my favorites. So I'll put a link down below. You can find other alternatives. This is the one I personally use. So there you go. Don't overeat healthy foods just because they are healthy. Diet mistake number 3, unrealistic expectations. Kurt, I want to lose 10 kilos in 2 weeks. What? If you think that this sounds superficial, these are things I actually receive. I'm hiring you so I can lose 10 kilos in 2 weeks. It's not possible. Well, you can do it. You can resort to extreme measures of fat loss. But is it viable? Is it worth it? No. I personally believe in long, steady progress. Progress that is always continuously going up. It's not yo-yo. You gain it and you lose it and you gain it. First of all, it's not healthy on your body. Second, you're not gonna look good throughout the year. You're just gonna be like a bag of milk fit, a bag of milk fit, and you're just gonna go up and down, up and down, up and down. If you want to be all scientific, you're also playing around with your hormones and water retention and all these other things, which no, but you don't want to mess with. So very important, have realistic expectations. What do I mean by realistic expectations? So when it comes to fat loss, I would recommend, first of all, we have to see which stage you are starting from. The bigger you are, the more fat you have, the faster you're gonna lose it. Now, let's say you are 30% body fat. Let's say a male with 30% body fat, and he wants to go down to 15% body fat. Initially, he will lose fat at a faster rate. However, the closer he gets to the target, the rate of fat loss slowly starts to decrease. So you can't expect to lose fat the same rate throughout your fat loss journey. So start slow, steady, consistent fat loss. That's what you want. Personally, I would aim at approximately 0.5 kg to 1 kg a week. Now, this applies to people who are obese. Now, before people start being too sensitive, the word obese is a medical term, so don't get offended. Obese is pretty much being fat in an unhealthy way. All of this can have repercussions on your actual health, so it's not a joke. Now, if you are a male and you are 15% body fat, 20% body fat, you can't expect to lose 1 kilo a week, especially if you're training. So let's say, for example, me personally, if I am training, if I'm doing powerlifting or strongman and I lose the weight immediately, this also applies to the regular gym goers. If you lose the weight immediately, you're gonna lose a lot of strength. So the sweet spot is that you reduce the amount of calories and you maintain your strength. That is how you grow slowly, okay? So you reduce the amount of calories you're eating, you're in a deficit, however, you keep maintaining your strength. Is it easy? No, it's not. However, it's possible. I've done it before where for example, my big lifts, deadlift, bench press, squat, they were slowly going up and I was actually in a calorie deficit. So can you gain muscle in a calorie deficit? Yes, you can. That is the simple answer. Again, so before I go on a tangent and start talking about training, weight training and whatnot, have realistic expectations. Find someone, not necessarily me, find someone who doesn't promise you snake oil, who doesn't give you, take this, or yes, hire me and you will lose 5 kilos in a week. Of course. So find good coaches who will give you realistic results. What should you expect? I would say 0.5 kg, which is 1.2 pounds, to 1 kilo a week, which is 2.2 pounds, give and take. That is a reasonable amount of fat to lose every week. Obviously, you have to be eating in a calorie deficit.